In a world, 4 friends, 1 mission.
Mikey, what are you doing?
I'm doing the thing for the podcast.
It's not that hard, bud.
Dude, just say the name.
Fine. It's the Freedom Friends podcast.
Hey, Mikey.
You guys can do it. You guys can do it.
Take 2.
It's fine.
Take 2.
Hey,
It's
Mikey.
Fine.
Hi, Jazz.
Did you know there's 27 bones in your hand,
I did.
but 28 when you're lonely?
Damn right. You damn right.
Is it considered a bone?
You can break it.
That's true. That's true.
So that's
Yeah.
They're going down trying to name all the bones in the human body. And the only question is, can you break it? It's a bone.
It's a bone.
Sometimes
It's a bone.
Sometimes it's referred to as a boner. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Is it hard and can be broken? That's a bone.
That tracks.
Yeah.
That's good knowledge.
That's a bone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
100%.
Yeah. Welcome,
So-
everyone, to take 2 of the Freedom Friends podcast. I don't know what episode this is.
Look at that. We were able to have that whole conversation to kill half the time that we need.
It's true.
Yeah.
We didn't cuss and somehow probably discuss something that most people would be like, well, it's more raunchy than them just saying the F word.
I know.
Algorithms.
Algorithms.
Can we say just the F word?
Like, hey, this is the F word.
We can refer to it.
I would imagine.
Just not actually
we're gonna find out
saying-
tonight, boys.
The F word, boys.
We're doing it. Foxtrot expletive.
Yeah. It's brought to you by warfightertobacco.com. Use that code FTFO. That's going to get that sweet 15% off. Of course, owellness.us for all those CBD treats and needs. Go over there, use that code FreedomFriends25. That gets you a quarter off your order. And go to icestickcoolers.com for those who get it. Quality coolers over there. Go over there and use Freedom Friends 10. That gets you 10% off. And in about 6 seconds, we can be ourselves again.
Holy
Fuck!
Shit.
We made it.
Yeah.
It's like we all have Tourette's.
Just breaking into
Who's
cold
at the
sweat.
control my tick.
Ugh. It's the most versatile word in the English language, damn it.
Can confirm.
Yeah, we had to do take 2 because you used it as a comma. Take 1.
It's not count.
Wait, what?
No, it is.
It's definitely a comma.
But for some, the algorithm gods don't.
There's the
approve.
Oxford comma and fuck. Those are the two.
That's the.
It's the only ones I know.
Those are the two applications.
It's like the royal we.
That's all the punctuation I know.
Right? I know the Oxford comma
And
in a
fuck.
series and fuck.
I understand no other punctuation.
You know what apparently is good for the algorithm, though, boys. Talking about possible Red Dawn situations.
Yeah, apparently.
Oh,
You guys
yeah.
really enjoy.
Well, I think it's funny because it was popular on TikTok, right?
Yes.
So I'm glad you fuckers are listening. We're ready
True.
for your balloons. We're ready for your
Whenever the fuck you
paratroopers.
wanna come
We're
down.
ready.
Yeah.
Everybody open your TikTok apps. Let's talk
We-
shit about China right now.
We can't
I
wait.
want them to hear it.
Let's do it.
I love that, like, now
Send
they're
the
like.
balloons.
They're
Like I
like,
said, Chinese pinatas.
well, I love that
Just-
first they were like, hey, you guys, that was our balloon. And then they're like, that wasn't our balloon. And it's like,
Yeah, but now that's not a balloon. Matter of fact, we shot down a balloon.
You
Balloon
guys sent
just like
balloons
that.
first.
We shot down 10 of your balloons.
You sent 10 balloons. You did it first, America.
yeah, because we don't have satellites that can't look up your butthole while you're fucking sunbathing. Fuck you. All right? Like,
They
yeah,
do
we
that?
need
I
balloons.
thought they only did that here.
Well, it's probably for both.
Huh.
I liked how one guy's argument was like, why would they send balloons when they have satellites? And it's like, you know what? Fair point. Like, that's,
You know what? I think it's North Korea.
that
'Cause
tracks better.
that is a North Korea
That
tactic.
tracks
I don't think
so
they're.
much better.
They shot down 4 of them, and the U.S. government's like, we don't know what the fuck they were. Kim Jong Un's just like, neither do we.
He's over there. He's like, don't say a fucking word. They think it was China.
Where is the tinfoil? Because the first one was a Chinese balloon. The rest have been aliens.
Yeah,
Because
that's what I'm
now
saying.
So
we're
personally,
And I hope.
I am here for the aliens one.
Yeah.
Like that is because like what all the way back to like episode fucking.
What secret
Two.
squirrel dude do you think is clapping alien cheeks
I want
from
it to
those
be
4
me.
things they shot
Well, it's
down?
probably a search and rescue guy.
Some PJ that went out there. He's out there looking for bodies.
What'd you find down there? Nothing.
Nothing. What's in your bag?
Okay.
Nothing.
The
Nothing.
scene that just played through my head.
They're only 2 foot tall. He fit in my backpack. Nothing.
The scene that just played through my head of it's Ashton.
He has
It's Ashton Kutcher.
6 of them.
It's Ashton Kutcher, like from The Guardian, but it's actually just his character from that '70s show that's just jumping out. Just how you doing? It's just yes.
It's like a contact thing. It's like I've taken this form to something that you can recognize, and it's like, can you do something besides Ashton Kutcher? That'd be great. Like,
I feel like this is
No,
a
the jumper, the rescue swimmer.
yeah.
I feel like this is a men in
Got it.
It's a Men in Black situation where somebody fucked up the old zapper.
And they didn't hit the thing.
Yeah, they didn't get everybody. They
Well, because now they're coming out and they're saying like one of the object that they shot down in South America or whatever was like a hexagonal shaped craft.
Well,
So everybody's like, well, that proves it's not a balloon. I'm like, that technically speaking, a balloon would just be anything that hovers via like a gas filled chamber. Like
Yeah.
that's a balloon.
Yeah.
So you can have like a hard sided balloon. You could have a hexagonal balloon. Like it doesn't.
I mean, so we get the one off South Carolina. That was the first one, and then we got the one out of South America, and then
no, there was none in South America.
there was one at the same time we were dealing with the first one. There was one in South America. We didn't deal with it because
So there's 5 then.
Yeah.
So there was
Oh.
South America. There was the one that we scrambled the F-22 out of Montana that they shot down over Canada.
yep, that was the third one, fourth one.
And then
Because there was one just over Alaska too, close to Fairbanks,
right.
Yeah.
And then
There's one over Lake
and then-
Huron.
and then one over Lake
apparently
Huron.
China's claiming they shot down one.
Really?
So
It's got to be the aliens. Fuck yeah.
or it's North Korea.
Or it's North Korea.
Or it's
Like
North- and they're like,
now I think
nobody-
it's aliens or China. That's funny.
because
Wait, wait, what?
North Korean
So-
R&D would totally be the balloon got high enough and they'd be like, see, it's totally hidden.
It's-
I want to throw some wokeism in here.
What accent was that?
I don't know.
there was like an
It's
Indian.
totally hidden.
It's from like a Pakistani that got conscripted in North Korea.
So
You telling me that wouldn't happen?
I'm saying it is.
Yeah.
we can't call illegal aliens anymore. So what about alien aliens? What's a good woke term that we can start
They're still illegal aliens.
for extraterrestrial migrants, right? Would that work?
They're political refugees. Probably.
Probably.
Yeah. What is it? Yeah.
Non-earthly
Non-terrestrial
migrant.
migrant. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think you're allowed to say migrant anymore.
Can you
either.
say extraterrestrial?
What do they call? What do we
Well,
call?
yeah, because that just means anything not over
what do we
Earth.
call border crossers that are illegal now?
Well, it depends if we caught them or not.
True.
Because some are called gotaways. They
Oh,
are.
let's call these can't finds. Like gotaways, but can't finds. We can't finds. They're can't finds. All these can't finds getting in the country.
And then there's dreamers. There's
People
those
from
ones
the
too.
future took her gerbs. What are you gonna do if they
Can we
show
just-
up and they're all women?
I would
I
like to
think they
throw
all
this
probably
out
shoot
there.
the same.
You know, it's
Can we just go with space cowboys?
I mean, I think so.
like I would love to talk to one of them because they're gonna be like, we're here to take over everything and topple your governments and like, fuck, finally, thank
Dude,
you.
yeah,
Like,
dude.
come here. Let me
Let's
get
get
you
the
some food.
fucking show
report
on
to
the
now.
road, bro.
Let me get you
Let's
some food.
go.
Do you have any control over the meteorites?
Is
I'm
your
not
language-
a joiner, but
is
I'm
your
willing to
language-
negotiate.
Is your language on like Duolingo or like how do I go about this?
You got a Rosetta Stone? Can I fucking learn
Try
this
it.
thing? Like, come on.
It reminds me of that meme. I was trying to flirt with a deaf girl, but clearly I don't know sign language. And the guy's like,
This is all my wife and I talked about yesterday. Literally all day.
Yeah.
Was if it is aliens, and then like walked the whole path of like, why are they here? Like, and if these are just small vessels, like,
Where's the mothership?
where's the mothership?
What if
Da-da-da-da.
this is a huge vessel and we just killed like 20,000 of them, but because they're only that big?
You know what?
The extra
Yeah.
the
they're only
aliens
that big.
themselves are
We
like
just-
2
we
inches
just
tall,
wiped out,
and we're
like-
taking out like aircraft carriers and motherfuckers.
their planet blew up and they're the last of their kind, and we just fucking annihilated them.
That is the
All of
most
them.
American shit ever. Hands
Speak
down.
English or get the fuck out.
Jesus.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm curious why the fucking government hasn't said anything yet.
Oh, that's my favorite conspiracy theory.
Right? Like,
And look, we have shared more than one conspiracy theory on this show.
absolutely.
I'm gonna fall back on this is incompetence, not a conspiracy.
Do you
No,
think- do you
no, I do not think there's an actual conspiracy, but my favorite one is there's a conspiracy right now, and now I can't remember the name of the mission. My wife turned me onto this one, but apparently it's an actual mission, and it's called like Blue Cyclone or fucking. Anyways, I can't remember what the hell the name is, but the conspiracy theory is that when the worldwide governments realized how much control they could exercise during lockdown, they are now faking a alien invasion so that they can shoot these craft down and then say like the only safe way is we lock everybody down and then do like this media blackout outside of controlled releases from the government and then take surgical urban strikes and destroy certain non-essential like urban areas to make it look like there was this big alien invasion fight that would also reduce the population but induce the fear necessary to control. And I'm like,
Fear, that would be excitement.
and I'm like,
Let's do this.
I don't hate the idea.
look, here's the deal. And I can't remember what it's called. It's called Blue something, but it's a conspiracy theory. So all the missions are a color and insert random fucking object, right?
Sure.
So, fucking,
Red Dawn.
yeah.
Yeah. For instance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Turquoise lobster, some bullshit. Like, I don't, but but I'm like, that would work in maybe some countries.
That would work with everybody who still currently wears a mask, you fucking sheeple.
Well, that's the next step. Is
But-
stay inside, wear a mask. Aliens won't touch you.
But
Yeah, right.
Okay.
but oh my God, the
Can you
amount
imagine-
of Americans that would
oh.
be out there like, I'm
I
here to
gotta-
fight or fuck, and the alien gets to decide what's happening.
I
Like, it's-
got a scenario.
It'll never work here.
It's aliens, but they like come. They're here for 3 days. They catch COVID and die, and the pandemic saves the planet from aliens.
so what you just
COVID
described
is what kills
what
the
you
aliens.
just described is the plot of War of the Worlds. So
Oh, yeah.
the Earth gets invaded, and then they
But
come
they-
here, and as soon as they start opening their ships, germs are able to get in, and their immune system can't handle the germs that we're all used to, and it kills all the aliens.
Except
off.
the government fucked over the world before.
Oh yeah, 100%.
so-
It's
So
also the
theory that
plot
I
of what we
like-
did to the Indians with their blankets. It's fucking
that was smallpox.
smallpox blankets.
But,
Fucking-
the theory that I came up with, that I'm a personal fan of, is that the reason that they're balloons is that it's actually the lizard people that live in the center of the Earth. And so they inflated these balloons and are just floating out of dormant volcanoes, and that's why they're popping up where they're popping up. Is
okay,
because they're
so
coming
you're going
out
with
of,
the Middle Earth theory.
I'm going with the subterranean reptoids, which
How-
is
okay.
the actual term.
That's
for
the
these,
terminology. That's
these
true.
beings.
I like.
So they're not extraterrestrial. They're subterranean.
Yeah, so they might be from here. We just don't know.
Well, they're Earthlings,
Yeah,
but there's lizard people.
sure.
And
So
you-
we need to get a hold of Beyonce because she's one.
and everybody named Greta.
All of them.
What does terrestrial mean?
So
Just
It's-
terrestrial.
solar wise, you live on a planet called Terra.
Okay.
So terra firma is actually like Earth's surface. Extraterrestrial is literally from beyond Terra.
Oh, goddamn.
Yeah.
Just like
Thank you, Jess.
our sun actually has a name, and that name is actually Sol, which is why you live in the solar system.
Yeah.
Because our moon, our sun's name is Sol.
Is this taught in school? Because I was about to say, why
Yeah.
isn't this taught in school?
It is.
It
I just
is.
didn't pay
I think
attention.
they graze over
Just
it
like
though.
the moon has a name too. Like the moon is actually called Luna.
Hmm.
And you
We
live
just
on-
kind of give it all to the Spanish. Just
it's
kinda-
Latin.
I'm a big fan of Elon Musk's tweet from a couple days ago.
What do you say?
He said, "Don't worry, just a few of my alien friends stopping by."
Yeah, yeah.
God,
like-
that would just be, it'd be so good.
How
I'd
good?
be
How
so
good would it
happy.
be if they just like showed up and they're like, Hey, Elon fucking told us we were good to go.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? And it turns out like all the rumors about Elon Musk being a fucking alien.
I just
were
love that everybody's like,
100%.
it's an alien craft. And I'm like, you're telling me that a species that has figured out intergalactic travel
He's using a balloon.
showed up in a ship that can get shot down by an F-22?
Yeah. Or showed up in a ship that you could buy at a fucking grocery store. Fucking.
Yeah, that I could make out of balsa wood and some fucking
Right.
air conditioning wrap.
Yeah.
No, sorry. And
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but anybody that's figured out how to travel long distances in space isn't getting taken out by any aircraft we currently have.
No.
It's just not happening. I'm not saying that our aircraft aren't badass, but they're not taking on tech advanced enough to truly travel in space.
I mean,
Maybe.
still
I don't
blow it up. Probably.
So you have figured out the speeds to travel through space.
I-
You think
I-
you
well,
can
okay,
outrun an
okay, I
F-22?
feel like
I have a
like-
scenario for you.
It's like
Jazz.
duck hunting. You have to wait till they come into land, and then they can't do anything else. You're like, whack!
it is.
Gotcha, bitch.
Well, it's like our moon lander, right? Anything could have taken that down. If somebody had a BB gun on the moon, you could have taken.
We
it
also
down.
don't really
True.
travel space. We just
Yeah.
kind of yeet ourselves up there and just hope for the best.
Yeah, we
like-
yeet up and then float around in our own gravity
If we-
and then
Yeah,
come back down.
Yeah, and then we're like, okay, if we just kind of point this down, we'll let
Natural.
gravity do the rest. We don't travel space. Like we are literally the equivalent to you letting a balloon go and just going like
Yeah.
Cthulhu, take the wheel. Like it'll be fine.
Yeah.
So we had that whole discussion too about the whole like, well, where would the mothership be and how long would it take to get here? And I'm like,
Dark side of the moon.
yeah, literally the shadow of Mars, like any
Or
of it.
they're just fucking cloaked.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure
But it's also just one of those like space travel, and they were talking about like the Mars mission, and I think it takes us like 13 months to get to Mars or something like that.
Yeah.
But when it comes to space travel, the speeds relative to the space we are traveling are ridiculously slow.
Sure.
Like we just do not travel in space very fast because we still run on fossil fuel. So it's a lot of like, you can kind of burn for a little bit and then you have to get off the gas and just kind of coast for as long as you can.
They just need to know. They need to figure out how to do like directional A bombs.
That's actually in a book.
Yeah.
If you like sci-fi, I have a book.
Just
I could
pull the
turn you
fucking
into.
trigger on the back and it'll yeet you across the fucking universe.
Yeah, there's a whole book where the ships have big plates on the back of them, and there's like a whole ring of little bombs, and you release one, and it releases this little nuclear detonation, and it pushes the ship.
Yeah.
And
That makes sense.
but anybody that's figured out how to travel is probably figuring it out on like fission or something like that. They're not burning a fossil fuel, and so we travel really slow. So if it took 13 months for us to get to Mars, if they just doubled our speed, which is still not that fast,
Yeah.
you're not talking about like. So yeah, they could be chilling in like the rings and still get here in like a month.
Yeah.
And all they'd have to do is figure out how to travel like 3 times faster than we can, which is kind of like comparing like your motorcycle, but me on a bicycle. And it's like, yeah, it's both 2-wheeled transportation, but one of them is a fuck ton faster than the other. Like, same basic principle. We are still monkeys with a stick
Oh, that's
compared to
Well,
theoretical science.
We're still
Absolutely.
we're still 5-0. I'm gonna throw it out there.
Yeah, with other monkeys.
Well, I mean the aliens haven't proven successful yet, so fuck them.
What are you talking about? Oh, you're talking about
Yeah.
these ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe the North Korea idea.
You are correct. On the global carnival game that is balloon popping, we are kicking ass.
Yeah, we are good at that dart. Yeah.
One more and we get a stuffed bear.
Yeah. How fucking funny would it be if like the next one is like a stuffed bear?
It-
It
it-
looks like a Macy's parade. Fucking
No,
blow-
China fills the next one with confetti. So when we shoot it, it's like all sparkly.
That'd be hilarious.
It would be hilarious.
Like, we could even be mad at them. It's like maybe they do want to be friends.
Yeah.
That's the apology. They're just sitting over.
It's just really huge
it's
balloons.
full of glitter dicks. It'd be perfect.
It's like, oh, maybe we had them all wrong.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Turns out they've got a sense of humor.
Yeah.
All right, let's have a beer, China.
Yeah. Let's sit down.
Oh, sake.
Back to the table. That's Japanese.
That's Japanese.
I know.
What's the Chinese drink? I don't even know.
Whiskey.
Misery.
They have whiskey
Yeah.
over there that they are big fans of.
I think most of them are just happy if they have water.
Yeah, a lot of
I'm
that.
trying. It's funny.
Water that doesn't look like it came from Flint, Michigan.
I'm sure it looks better
It's like the color of that Cabo Wabo.
because they don't have any industrial pollution, so I'm sure
No,
their water's
not-
fine.
Yeah, right.
They're good over there.
Yeah, yeah,
I know they have a Chinese national beer.
yeah.
Not saying I ever want to drink it, but
I don't even remember what it's
No.
called.
I don't drink beer, but
Singha or something.
someday I'll drink a Chinese beer after we kick their ass.
Yeah,
Take it. Fuck them.
there's so many.
they
Of
should be
them.
like, I kicked their ass back in WW6.
There's just so many of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's their big drink?
Tsingtao.
Tsingtao. Yeah, snow beer.
I haven't heard any of these.
Well,
Huh.
that's because they're all national beers and they don't export them because it's a communist country. What are you laughing about?
I haven't heard any of these.
Well, I've been to Hong Kong, so I've seen some of these, man.
Do you think it's written in English on the beer can? Probably not.
It's not.
It's probably the little
I would
squiggly
say-
Hong
thing.
Kong will be. Hong Kong's wild because that
Yeah.
shit's almost all bilingual. Like the way they advertise it.
Yeah, I didn't have any problems. I could get around fine when I was in Hong Kong.
I will
Yeah.
take 6 of the squiggly line beers. And,
No, not those squiggles.
the other ones.
The left-right squiggles.
The one that looks like a little panda doing this.
I have a present for you.
Oh shit.
I did. I brought you a gift. It's right here. And I think you're going to get a lot of good use out of it. And I'm excited about
I don't
it.
know. It feels like it has words.
Oh, there's words. There are words.
Is it an AARP enrollment package?
It's not. It's not.
Oh, I love this.
What's the title of it?
Why women deserve less.
I figured it would just track for you.
It's easy. It's an easy read.
It is. It's a very easy read.
Let's get a little excerpt out of there.
It's.
Oh, you have to write it.
You get to write the book.
He gets to write his own book.
So you wrote a title for me,
Essentially,
and I get to write the book.
yeah.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. I thought you would enjoy it.
I will keep this right here for notes. And we will take. I need
You gotta bring that to Vegas for the trade show, and we sit down for a meeting. Like, oh, it's just my journal.
She put all your orders in that.
It'll work. I'm sure nothing bad can come from that. It's probably fine.
Thank you. I do like this.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I thought you'd enjoy it. Yeah. Yeah. I bought another one for Jack, which I sent you.
Yep.
It's fucking hilarious, but couldn't get a hold of him, so didn't get a chance to give it to him yet.
Jesus.
I guess we could talk about the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that happened.
It was a pretty good game.
What'd you think? I think the refs are dog shit still, but
Yeah. I don't know.
that's become like the ebb and flow. Philly's still classless as fuck when it comes to their fans. Like they
Wow.
booed Dak Prescott, who was getting the Walter Payton Man of the Year award.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, that means he was doing like good shit for like a huge fucking swaths of people, and you're booing this guy, man. Like, I get it. You don't like the Cowboys, but don't be a fucking twat, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I don't like him either. And I don't think Dak's particularly good. Doesn't mean he's not a good dude. Like, shit.
Hey, he finally made it to the Super Bowl. Though.
That's true. First Cowboy to make it there in a while.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. I honestly, I turned it on like right towards the end of the second quarter, and I watched the halftime show, which everybody's fucking up in arms about her being pregnant. I'm like, bro, she was floating on a fucking mirror 100 feet above the world as a pregnant chick and rocking it. That's impressive by any fucking standard, man. Like, stop talking shit about this woman.
Oh, I haven't heard anybody talk shit other than it's been good.
I thought it was great, man. I thought she did good. And you know what I really liked about it? It was just her. Missy Elliott didn't fucking magically appear out of nowhere or fucking. The only thing is, I wish Kanye would have showed up, but
Right.
that's only because it'd been hilarious to talk about.
No, because
But
if Kanye would have showed up and they'd been like, "Stop the music," the show should have been Beyonce.
This is my halftime show.
right?
I do like that they had Chris Stapleton doing the national anthem.
Dude, you see everybody get like teary eyed and
Yeah.
shit, dude.
He
Like,
fucking crushed it.
Crushed it.
Oh, so I was out in Arizona for this past weekend while the Super Bowl and Waste Management Open were going on.
Mm.
It was a fucking shit show, but I got to talk to some really interesting people from a lot of different places. I was hanging out in Trevor's liquor store, and they have a cigar lounge and all kinds of stuff in there, and they have a smoking lounge in their
Yep.
liquor store. It's fucking phenomenal. Golf simulators, the whole nine. Anyways,
It sounds like a fun place to
talking
go.
to these couple guys that are in town from Canada. And I'm like, oh, this could be fun. So we started having conversations, and essentially they're just shit talking their country. You know, they're like, don't judge us based on the rules that they fucking pass and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you guys are cool in my book. You know,
Yeah.
well, you two, not Canada.
Yeah.
Or,
And,
or that Quinn dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, not him.
So we're getting ready. They're getting ready to leave. And you know, I was like, well, you know, if you guys are in town, blah, 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 here's some of the shops to check out, all that kind of stuff. And they're like, oh, we're going to go to the game tomorrow. Because this was Saturday night. They were going to go to the Super Bowl. And I'm like, oh, dude, that's awesome. I'm like, hey, cool piece of information for you guys. I'm like, when you guys are going to be there, right after play the national anthem, there's going to be a flyover. And they're like, oh, that's going to be so cool. I'm like, yeah, it's going to be the first all-female crew that does a flyover. And they're like, oh, that's really cool, too. And I'm like, yeah.
Hand me a
Like,
pen. I need a pen. Real quick. It's coming. I gotta get ready.
I was like, yeah. I was like, but just remember when you see him fly over, about 20 minutes before they got there, one of them pulled over, stopped to get directions. And he's like, fuck. I was like, have a good day, guys.
Yeah, they kept flexing that. First female fighter pilot team. For who fucking cares, man? They're fucking fighter pilots.
What,
Like they've already been really accomplished to get there.
Right.
Like why are we fucking like
I missed the flyover. What kind
They
of
are
planes?
fucking.
Fuck.
You have to be super
It was
speed.
Blue Angels, right?
Yeah, they're Blue Angel birds, I think.
Oh,
I think it was
shit.
Blue Angels.
yeah.
I mean, you have to be super speed to be one of those pilots, and you still know they brought them all back on E.
Why wasn't this filled up before I left?
Why is the tire rubbed on the side? You just landed. What the fuck? Like,
How do you scuff the rim in the air?
what is happening right now?
Oh, where's my pen?
Is this a Starbucks cup? Who the fuck?
Just 17 hydro flasks in the cockpit.
There's everywhere. Fucking. Well, how long is this? We've had the plane for an hour. How do you have a fucking Nalgene that's been here for 30 days?
I don't understand. Is that a peach ring stuck to the dash?
Put your fucking shoes on.
Yeah. Get your feet off the dash. What are you doing? Don't you know
What
about
are you doing?
airbags?
Put your fucking shoes
Imagine what happened if you ejected right now. Come on.
The
on.
co-pilot was asleep before they even got in the air.
Fucking funny.
So it was a F-35C, two
Oh, wow.
F-18 Super Hornets, and an EA-18G.
No, that's just got
I
a
don't know
super
what that
cool
is.
name.
Yeah, and they were all Navy pilots.
Okay.
Yeah.
They were all still fighter pilots.
They're
I'm with
fighter
you.
pilots,
Like,
man.
we
Like-
put too many writers on this shit, and it's like, do you know what the coolest title out of everything that you just said was?
Fighter pilot.
pilot.
Like,
It's like, that's-
I
I
watched.
don't give a fuck what's in her fucking pants, man.
I watched a thing with Morgan Freeman talking about Black History Month, and he's like, he was totally against Black
yeah,
History.
he's
Month.
not a fan of it.
He's like, I'm just I'm a man, you're a man. Like, if we just don't acknowledge color or sex or any of that, we're just equal. Like, that's how you become equal. You treat it.
Well, if we
You
don't,
stop talking about it.
if we
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
acknowledge sex, how do I know what your pronouns are?
Yeah.
Oh,
Ooh.
Ooh. It's because if
Right.
the dude's wearing a dress, their pronouns are showing.
there was another thing. There was some fucking, I don't even know who she was, but she didn't stand up for the Black national anthem, I guess.
Oh, that was the governor of Arizona.
Well, fucking A.
There's a Black national anthem.
No, there's not. But they're making one because they
What's
want
wrong
it to
with
be.
the national anthem.
I
don't know.
do
It's not
believe.
black.
No, I do
It's
believe
not
that
white either.
if you now make
It's the national anthem.
if you make an anthem, a national anthem, in contradiction to the anthem of the nation you live in, that's the definition of insurrection, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Like you're now declaring you're not part of this nation.
Punishable by death.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like by the letter of the law.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's another one that if it's like if you took black and replaced it with white, it sounds very culty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like people
But
would
it
be
is-
like, "What is this bunch of fucking KKK members?" And it's like,
Well, it's been like that for 30 years. Look at fucking BET on cable.
Yeah, but the argument is, because you always hear like, what about white entertainment television? I mean, I was like, you mean fucking the rest of them? It's the rest of them. like it's whatever. Like
Plus, the wet channel sounds like something that you're paying for, like, fucking as an extra package.
that's right
So,
next
like,
to Spice, man.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
yeah.
Nah, like I don't like BET doesn't bother me. Like fucking
Wasn't it some of
Ebony
the fucking-
magazine doesn't bother me. That's fine. But when you're
BET's
trying to say
comedy
the
stuff was
national anthem,
awesome.
well, yeah, anything fucking like Def Comedy Jam was fucking amazing.
I'm
classics.
sure. I'm sure we have. Maybe I'm so wrong in this, but I'm sure we have black listeners. Let me know if you've heard of or have not heard of the such a thing as the black.
So
National
what the
Anthem.
Black National Anthem
I've never
is,
heard of this.
It is a cultural song that was sung in black churches for fucking eons, man.
Okay, well, I'm
like
just,
since
I
like
have
the
no
fucking
idea.
1800s, man. Like it's a song that's been sung in like black gospel churches forever, and they've adopted it as sort of like a black national anthem, and then people started calling it that, and that's where I drew the line. I was like, whoa.
I've never heard.
Now
of
you're
this.
moving away
I've
from
never heard of
cultural, you're moving to fucking insurrection territory, right? And it's like, no, dude, the national anthem, like you said, it's not a white national anthem, it's the national anthem.
Yeah.
It's for fucking everybody. Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't know. Then again, I'm also a straight white guy, so I'm the devil. You know, so it's
Well,
like
The
nah,
national anthem doesn't say anything about race or color.
not a thing.
And if it did, then
We'd have changed it
everybody
by
would be
now.
upset.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah. It wouldn't have fucking lasted. You know, Francis Scott Key was probably a shitty lawyer, but I don't think he was that fucking stupid writing that poem. You know, like, I don't know.
It's a good poem, but it's actually a shitty song.
I would have to agree. It's
Well, it's 'cause
it's a lot longer too than people think.
Well, we took a poem and attempted to make it a song,
Yeah.
and it was never written to be a song. And
yeah,
it's-
what's the tune actually came from something else, right? Like from another song that was popular at the time. They took that tune and adapted the words from the poem.
It's actually Zach Brown Band's Chicken Fried.
Oh, that's what it is. Got it.
I hadn't quite swallowed
That
it.
would be the white national anthem.
How did that come to your mind?
And you know what? I'm chicken fried. Cold beer. That's fucking great. Well done, Jess. Well done.
I think I broke Justin.
Chris Stapleton's performance last night was good, but it could have been better.
I'm just saying, tell me you wouldn't listen to that song. If Zach Brown did a cover of the national anthem to the tune of Chicken Fried, tell me you wouldn't listen to that shit.
That's a challenge for any listener out there.
Tell me you wouldn't listen to that
Let's
shit.
fucking do
We're
this.
fucking popular on TikTok. I need one of those fucking...
Cold beer and rocket red glare, bro.
I need one of those fucking mashup artists on TikTok to
Yes.
fucking... I want the tune of Zach Brown Band, but the lyrics of the national anthem.
I like it. Oh, that's fucking funny.
Oh, they could go crazy. They get my toes in the water, ass in a jet.
No, you got to keep the same lyrics. You can't change the lyrics.
Yeah, I just want it to the tune of that song.
So it'd be like, oh, say, can you see? I can't even do it.
Mike,
That's why we
I
need somebody else to do it.
got a question for you. When you bought this
Uh-huh.
and the one for
For Jack.
Jack,
Yeah.
where did you buy them from? And how-
Amazon.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, how did that transaction go?
Amazon.
Okay.
It's nice and anonymous and under my wife's name.
Like, I was hoping you walked into a Barnes and Noble and like,
Do you have this title? Can you help me find this, please?
Yeah, that'd be an interesting one. Jazz, this is the one that I bought for Jack.
Yep.
Right?
He'd be able to fill it.
Someday that joke will all make context. I'll
Him
be
and Zach
listening.
Brown.
Him and Zach
Fucking
Brown.
Fill that book in
Totally.
fucking 10 minutes.
Totally. Now, as far as the game goes, I think Mahomes is a good quarterback. I think they had a good team.
I think
So.
strategically they ended it well.
Well, that's
But
because Andy Reid does not give a fuck what people say. He's about winning games.
Was that the whole
Yeah.
purposely fell down?
at the one.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
That
called.
was tactics.
I didn't watch a single second.
Yeah.
Well,
any
if
of
you
it.
listen, the
They won.
commentators were like, "Go
Yeah.
down, go down." And the dude
But-
took a
Yeah.
knee and they're like, "Thank God."
Yeah.
But this
Yeah.
morning, somebody explained to me how the last 7 minutes of the Super Bowl was some of the best coaching
Mhm.
that's ever happened. Here's the problem.
Yeah, if that had,
I got more than a 7-minute explanation of how good the coaching was
You
for the
should've been
last
like,
7 minutes of that game. And I was
let me
like,
stop you there. I'm just going to go watch the last 7 minutes.
actually, what I
Well-
said was, I'm going to stop you there because literally the entire time that the Super Bowl, the game of games was being played, I was playing Harry Potter. So
how is the new game?
it's phenomenal.
That's what everybody
It's
tells me.
so fucking good.
I talked to Caleb
What
about it. Francis
kind of
about
game
it.
is it?
So it's called Hogwarts Legacy.
is it like a-
It's a
it's
video game.
on PC, PS5,
Okay, I got you.
but it's only on PC, PS5, and the new Xbox for all 3 people that own one of those.
Yeah, I'm upset because
But
I'm a Xbox guy and I don't have it.
and it's only on Xbox XS, which you fucking can't get. So but you can get PS5s now, like everywhere. You can just walk into a GameStop, walk out with a PS5. So
I don't want a fucking PS5.
so that was my wife's Valentine's Day gift, is I got her a PS5 and Hogwarts. And then
I'll just come to your house and play it.
come play it. I sit there and drink whiskey and fucking go do wizard shit. It's
Not
great.
gonna have a bitch.
Yeah. So no, I like the Harry Potter franchise, and so
Yeah.
but the game is just incredibly well constructed. Like all of it is really, really good. It's got a solid story. The puzzle solving and everything is really good. The combat system has to be one of the smoothest combat systems in any game I've ever played.
Yeah.
Like bar none. All the Call of Duties, whatever. It's a better combat system than I've ever used. So absolutely
All I
phenomenal.
picture is like the old school like Final Fantasy, where like a little pop up comes up and you have to click which one it was,
Nope.
and then the dude like,
No, it's all incredibly fluid, and it's very intuitive. The combat system's really intuitive, and so it is all of this, like as smooth as you could make it with the fact that it's a controller that's
Yeah.
doing the inputs. But it's one of those things where I've bought games before on the hype and was disappointed, and this one I don't think actually got enough hype for how fucking good it is. Like
Huh.
it's really fucking good.
Is there like a story involved with it?
There's a huge story, but you're not locked into it. So
Oh,
like
okay.
you can like do part of it and then just go fuck off and do weird shit for however long and then just go back to the story at any point.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah,
like
it's
the,
very open world. It's really good.
like the Grand Theft Autos.
Yeah, I'd probably say the closest thing is Skyrim without the shitty combat selection thing that you were talking about. It's
Battlefield,
close
how
to
it was
that.
just fucking huge. Like, just
Yeah,
like,
and it's an absolutely massive world. They're saying if you just like stick to it and play it through, it's like 150 hours.
Wow.
To play like through the game, but that's not completed. That's just like you've done like the quests and whatever, but you haven't like done all the side content shit. And if you change houses, it changes the game.
huh?
So you can start another character and change the house, and you get a different story. So
Yeah.
it's
Hufflepuff. You're a fat guy.
I don't know what that one does. I guess you just snack a lot. Like I don't
Like, why do I just assume that Hufflepuffs are fat?
because they're the stoners of the fucking
Is
Harry
that,
Potter world.
yeah, but like I assume that they're like all like chubby.
Yeah, all of them were like, "This is my pet.
John.
I made these snacks."
Go ahead and play rock.
just
All right,
play
we're
rock.
talking Potter.
no, I just lost so I could drink.
It's really good. It's also the cool thing is if you pay attention to the game world at all, is this is like the first really fucking big title that's on the new Unreal 5 engine,
Yeah.
and playing on that engine and being able to see what the future of gaming is going to be like that's when it's kind of like, oh fuck, like all of a sudden this PS5 may have been worth it because
Interesting.
the just how smooth it is, how fast everything is, and all that kind of stuff. I didn't realize how slow my Xbox was until I got this PS5, and then it was like, holy shit, they really did change everything when they went to these new systems. It's impressively fast.
I don't want to fucking buy another game system that I don't play because I don't fucking play video games.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Like, I just don't. Like,
I didn't
don't.
either till we got this fucking thing. And now it's like my wife went to Galentine's night at the brewery tonight. So she's gone. And I'm like, she's like, is that cool? I was like, it's very cool. Because I'm like, she's going to go fuck after that. And I'm going to go home and play that PlayStation. And we don't have to worry about who's fucking.
Well, we started recording so early, man. Maybe I'll have time to go home and actually fucking relax.
Yeah. That's cool.
Shit. You were gone last week, but I acquired another dog.
You told me.
And Scott got to meet this dog.
It's a fat motherfucker.
Like,
Yeah. Pork roll.
it fucking facts. Pork roll would have been a great name. I call it meatball, but yeah.
Pork roll.
Yeah. Pork
Because
roll's
everybody
pretty
names a
good.
bulldog meatball.
I mean, they all fit.
Yeah.
They all fit.
Pork roll.
Yeah. I mean, her name's Coco,
Pork roll.
but that's just because she's like 7. And
Does
it's like,
Ice love
she already
Coco?
knows she already knows her name. So it's like, I'm not going to reinvent the wheel for this dog, but she's also coming to fat fuck and tons of fun and all kinds of shit. So
Yeah. Come here, heavy drop.
yeah, right. Like, just like, all right, let's go there. Fucking tons of fun. Let's rock. And she's like,
Yeah.
like everybody at the vet. I took her to the vet, and as I'm walking out, I'm like, let's go, tons of fun. And they all started laughing, and I was like, Jesus, like, fucking
Because they were all saying it. They just didn't want to say it about your dog in front of you.
yeah, right. Well, the doctor was like, first things first. I'm like, I know she's fat. She needs to lose weight. I've had her for a fucking week. And she's like,
Yeah.
okay. As long as you know, cool.
I had an
was like, all right.
interesting interaction Saturday.
And she had enough brown on her that your dog liked her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was close.
Yeah.
I don't know about liked.
'Cause-
Tolerated.
Tolerated.
John's dog is fucking racist.
She's racist. She is.
And
She only tolerates my dog.
she just doesn't like
No,
white
she
dog.
likes your dog. She does not like white dogs.
Yeah, but your
Yeah.
dog likes puppies.
Loves puppies.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, which is weird because she's got like the anti-puppy energy, and then she really likes my puppy, which
Right,
I
yeah. Your puppy's getting big, buddy.
yeah, she's fucking huge.
Yeah. She's gonna be a
She's
hoss,
huge,
man.
and I still got like 6 months to go. And I'm like, oh god. But her mom was massive. Her
That's
mom was
true.
like 130 pounds. Her
Dad
dad's
ain't-
slim,
Your
but
dad ain't small though.
he's slim at 95. And I'm like,
right? Like he still ain't small.
I prefer big dogs. They're just easier.
Yeah.
They're just easier.
I like snuggling them. It's fucking
They're just easier. I know where they are. I don't step on them.
Right.
true.
Like they let you know where they are too, because they tend to like do the whole fucking shoulder rub, and
Yeah,
it's like,
they're
all
like,
right,
hey,
I don't
I'm
fucking know
over
you're
here.
there. But
Yeah.
I had an interesting interaction Saturday, and I don't really know what to do with it.
Okay.
So Saturday, my buddy had to get his bike worked on. So I met up at the dealership, and then after that, we rode over and we're having cigars.
His chain come off.
No, he was getting his blinkers relocated.
Oh, that kind of bike.
And so we were over to CI, and
The seat
I'd
adjustment.
invited this dude that I met there who was my age and getting out of the army and da 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 da. So I was like, dude, we're going over to CI, we're going to smoke cigars. So we go, and he brings his buddy, and his buddy comes in his full cut, and it says president and the whole 9 yards. And I'm not going to chat out names or whatever, but I'm talking to him, and he and a couple of others as a business partner are opening a whiskey distillery in Texas. So that had my interest.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm chatting with this dude, and we're having a good time. And
Military guy.
fire service and all this kind of stuff. But I'm just interested in the whiskey. And then it turned into this whole like, you should come to this bar and hang out with us and meet the other guys and da da da. And I'm like, okay, how do I politely tell this dude I'm not interested?
Do you say no thanks?
Yeah, and I'm just like,
Yeah,
that's
I
it.
just have no desire to be part of
Yep.
like any 3-patch organization, like
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah.
But
I can't imagine Jazz as a
Hold on.
prospect.
yeah, right,
Hold
it would
on.
not go well.
Let me back this conversation up. I don't know what club you're talking about, but if they're a legitimate 3-piece patch club, they don't invite you to come hang out.
Well, it wasn't like an invite. It was, hey, on this day in this place, like we all get together and stuff like that.
Yeah.
If you're free, it's kind of a chill spot. You should come and hang out,
Yeah.
whatever. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm all set.
Prospect Jazz would be hilarious.
That's not going to happen.
Hey, go give me a beer. Fuck you.
Yeah. That's not going to. He's a nice guy, but
Imagine
it's-
Jazz mansplaining fucking bikes to like an HA president or some shit. It's fucking-
it was not. I'm telling you right now, it was not them.
Well, I know that.
Yeah,
We're in
It
Texas. I know
was-
that.
it was not them. Yeah, it was just. But like, I am interested in the guy's whiskey because he's like explaining the whole process they're going through for how they're making their whiskey, and
Yeah,
I'm like,
absolutely.
it's correct. It's just like I just want your booze. Like I don't give a shit about the rest of this.
Yeah.
So I got a question for you guys. It goes back to what we talked about when we first started about the aliens.
Oh, okay. You're bringing it full circle.
Did you guys hear about that train crash?
In Ohio, that's like fucking pouring deadly gas into the fucking
You mean the
air.
one that pulled into the station on fire?
That you can see from space.
Yeah. Nobody talked about it.
But there's fucking aliens, bro. There's 4 of them all around the country right now.
Yeah.
Don't look over here.
Yeah.
But look at these
Yeah.
things.
Yeah. Right.
What's
So
really interesting is
why
and that's Norfolk Southern. That's Norfolk
Why do
Southern
you think
Railroad,
they
and Norfolk
don't
Southern
want
hasn't
it
made a
talked
statement.
about?
Huh?
Why do you think they don't want
Because
to
it goes against any fucking Clean New Deal, whatever fucking
Oh,
environmental
yeah.
bullshit, political shit they're pushing right now.
Yeah.
Like, they killed a pipeline so they can move oil and chemicals via rail.
Well, I'm just going to throw this out there. I've been anti-train for a long time.
No like trans.
Train.
It's because he lived in Nebraska. And
Since
there's
that
train
first,
tracks.
since that one night in the barracks, the boys had their way.
But what I think is hilarious is that we killed the pipeline so that we could move oil by rail.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody's looked at what trains run on.
And ships.
like
I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not coal anymore.
yeah.
They're not shoveling coal
There's
into
not
an
some
engine.
dude out there in his dungarees. Like it's
Work all day, hard as fuck.
yeah, like, we don't
yeah.
do that anymore.
Yeah. Not a thing. It's not steam.
But but there's like no statement from Norfolk Southern. Like there's no
It's-
nothing.
The burn released hydrogen chloride and the highly toxic,
Oh, really?
highly toxic phosgene into the air.
I mean, it's Ohio. I'm okay with it.
Maybe they're just prepping Ohio for the Thunderdome.
Yeah,
Maybe
right.
somebody listens to the show.
Yeah, right.
They're like, put them all in Ohio.
Mandatory evacuation of all residents within 1 mile.
1 mile. You can see that thing from space.
Uh-huh.
A whole mile.
Yeah, a whole mile. It's really funny.
We're the government and we're here to help.
Pretty much.
A whole mile.
Yeah, you see that big fucking plume of death coming your way? You could outrun it. It's fine.
A whole mile.
Yeah.
You know how that doesn't work? You ever been close to a paper factory?
Yeah.
You ever been within 25 miles of a paper factory?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And it smells like a fart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like you're just living in old hard-boiled eggs.
I'll
Just
tell you about Palatka, Florida. Whole fucking town smells like shit. One paper factory. Like, yep.
This is my favorite. The EPA put out a statement
That's where
saying
our shit paper gets made.
after monitoring the air, they said it had not detected contaminants at, quote, levels of concern, end quote, in and around East Palestine, although residents may still smell odors. I can smell it, but you're trying to tell me that it's safe,
yeah, it's dense enough for me to smell,
right?
but it's groovy.
Yeah,
Don't worry
you're
about
good, bro.
Yeah. There's been there was
Jesus.
Epstein's List is being released.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's supposed to get fucking released.
the visitor list,
Yeah.
What?
and apparently the
But look, there's aliens.
yeah.
It's funny. And all the fumes coming out of this wreck for all the different shit that was on fire there, the EPA put out, it can cause life-threatening respiratory issues. But it's fine. Totally safe levels. You can smell it. That's cool, but don't worry.
Yeah. We're the
By the way,
government and we're here to
aliens.
help.
But it's the EPA, so you can smell it, but that's not connected
Yeah.
to your lungs, so you're fine.
Yeah. Huh. That's your sense of smell. It's not breathing. Obviously.
Obviously.
There's two different things, two different senses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You can smell it without breathing
I
it,
don't think breathing is a sense.
according to the EPA.
Yeah, but the EPA also says that there's chemicals that you can like spray on your garden that are totally safe.
Except for if you're in California, then everything causes cancer.
But you need to wear like a suit and gloves and a respirator when you're spraying it.
Yeah.
It's like that sounds like the opposite of safe.
I'm pretty sure that is the opposite of safe. Hey, you need PPE for this.
But it's safe.
Personal protective equipment, but it's safe.
Yeah, it's totally safe and everything's totally fine. And you know, their major riverway that supplies water for 500,000 people, they enhanced its treatment process. But everything's fine. Don't worry.
Just gonna
It's
put more
cool.
chlorine tabs in it. It'll be good.
Jesus Christ, man.
Yep.
Like, I don't want to get into the clown world bullshit, but holy
It's
fuck,
hard
man.
to get out of it.
At a certain point, it's like, what do you even say? Like, it's fuck. Oh. So anyways, John, you were out of town last week.
Yeah.
How was your trip?
It was good.
Yeah.
Did some events at a couple shops in Arizona. It was quick, just because all the shit that was going on out there.
Yeah.
And Phoenix was an absolute shit show.
So there was the Waste Management Open.
Yep.
You should have brought dumpster fires to them.
Good luck getting in, dude.
Yeah.
On Saturday, they had over 800,000 people on a golf course.
Oh wow.
They have enough seats on the 16th hole for 25,000 people.
Jesus Christ.
Yep. There were more people on that golf course than
Where was
there
it?
were in all the major cities in
Is
Nebraska.
it Glendale?
Scottsdale, TPC.
Scottsdale? Okay.
I mean, it's set up for it, and they've evolved over the years. I remember 15 years ago when I went, there was record attendance at 250,000 people.
Yeah.
You know, now I think they said there's something over 1 million plus that showed up this weekend.
And
We
the
have a
Waste
couple,
Management also has like it's like a reputation for being like
It's a party.
It's
is
the
all it fucking
party
is.
tournament.
It is
Like,
a
that's-
fucking
yeah.
party.
I will tell you, Hero Sports is partnering with Thirsty Horse Saloon, and we are going to be doing a golf tournament. And I would like to extend that invite
You guys should call it the wasted management.
to you guys, to play in the tournament.
I will definitely.
I think it'll be a good fucking time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When is it?
It's a tournament by a bar and veterans, man.
When
it's
is it?
going to be fun.
It's better than the last one we played.
Yeah.
We're working on that. We're still working on dates.
It's put on by a church.
we have a veteran 4-piece that you can go play. Fucking sweet.
Hail Mary.
Is
full
that
of
a
grace.
priest?
Beer bong in us.
I-
Oh, sorry.
I had to put my whiskey and cigar down to pray before we took off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
7:45 in the morning. We all had
We're
whiskey
all
and a
sitting there,
cigar.
We're like, fuck.
Well, this isn't where
That
I
lady
parked
gave us
my
the she was
car.
like, "Go line up." The priest came out and I was like,
Whoops.
Whoopsie.
"You sent that message to Barker," and he's like, "Oh, did I forget to tell you it was for a mission?"
I wasn't. That one wasn't through Barker.
Oh, no, it wasn't Barker.
No,
It
that
was,
was from my buddy Kenny.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was through Barker.
No, that one was from Operation Firewatch.
Yeah.
When is said golf tournament?
We don't know yet. We're
All right.
working on it. We're trying to lock down a golf course locally that's not going to fucking anally rape us on price.
Don't you guys know a guy?
We do. We know a few guys.
I've got a customer that apparently runs this golf circuit for veterans, and if you're a veteran, you don't play, and it just like bounces from golf course to golf course.
Sounds
And he
great.
shops with me, and he was like, "Do you want to get on the circuit?" And I was like, "Every weekend free golf? Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm fucking."
Oh, you don't.
I just need one
Hey.
weekend.
I heard you don't play. I was like,
yeah.
I'll just go to the golf course and drink. I'm in. Let's do this.
I'm sure they'll take those people too.
I've never played. I'll be honest.
We know. We've played with y'all.
No.
Actually, you were okay.
But 60. The ball's going to go far. I just don't know what direction it's going to go.
Yeah. I'm just a fucking. I remember Dirty Ball Gang was fun.
Dirty ball game is good.
We had a good time. It was me and Jazz and Caitlin and Rob from the early listeners of the show. Remember producer Rob? We used to do Dirty Ball Gang, and it was just us being fucking.
Yeah. Well, because the whole
Stupid.
idea was that it wasn't about. No, we played regularly, but it was the whole dirty ball gang thing was like we didn't even bother to like. What like it's like oh it's in the mud and it's like kick it out hit it anyways and it's like
yeah,
but you didn't clean anything you didn't fucking
nah,
you
fuck
just
no.
and
Fuck
yeah
no.
that was a good time.
My fucking face hurts right now.
Oh, it's fucking killing me.
Fuck you beat me to it.
I bet it is. I had fucking dental this morning, and fuck my life. It hurts.
Yeah.
Dude, they gave me like fucking 15 shots of lidocaine. My face was numb until like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, man. Like my appointment was at 7. I couldn't blink my eye for a little while. Like I was like, what the fuck, man? Like, it was like 16 shots of fucking Novocaine.
Yeah.
Like, that's a lot.
That's how to take on that $1 million challenge.
Right.
When we going on vacation, bud?
Fuck
John.
all that.
Can I get a little more ice, please?
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you, sir.
What are we drinking, boys?
Tequila.
Well, I was drinking Jameson, but it's all gone.
Yeah, we killed that fucking monster bottle. So what are you switching to?
All right, I don't know. Whatever John tells me I'm drinking.
Oh, I can reach these two.
I'll take the 1835. I actually like the 1835.
More than this one.
Yeah, I wasn't overly impressed with that. It's not.
It's a rye.
It's not bad,
Oh,
but
there's
it's
good
definitely
ryes out there.
Yeah, there's really
There's
good
good
just
ryes out
ryes,
there.
but it's not bad. But it's definitely not a.
But if you're a hardcore bourbon guy
I like rice.
and like you have a rye,
The Basil Hayden Dark Rye.
it'll throw you. I fucking love
Is
that
it
whiskey.
a little awry? No.
Shit goes awry.
Bullet Rye. That's
Yeah.
good.
The Booker's rye is really good too.
Booker rye, Bullet rye. Yeah, they're both good.
I was drinking-
Fucking Templeton. I like that.
Yeah.
I like Templeton rye.
just drinking the Basil Hayden toasted this weekend.
Oh,
God,
it's
that shit's
fucking
so
amazing.
good.
Anything Basil Hayden fucking touches turns to fucking gold, man. Like that fucking distillery.
The
is
only one that
amazing.
doesn't do it for me with them is the Caribbean one.
I fucking
Oh, I
love the
like that
Caribbean
one.
Just-
cask.
So
I'm
I
a
learned
fan of
something
that
this
one,
weekend
man.
in Arizona.
What's that?
There's some higher end spots that are being opened and built out there, and
because there's ash tons of money moving to Arizona.
there is.
like obscene amounts.
Like
and a
Silicon
bunch-
Valley's moving there, basically.
Well, no, what it is it's a bunch of these fucking these .com people that got in on like gig service companies, like super young. So they get in at like, you know, they're employee like 12 and shit. And it's like, we can't pay you shit, but we'll give you all these stock options. And if you stay with us for 3 or 4 years, you'll get fully vetted and then we're going to IPO. So you have all these people that are like 27, 28 years old and they're becoming, they IPO and then they're liquidating and they're literally becoming like overnight millionaires.
Yeah.
And they're all fucking moving to Arizona for some goddamn reason.
It's a good place to go.
So anyway, I guess
They served, or they, if you order a drink on the rocks, they'll give you one of the fancy ice cubes.
Yeah.
Right?
The chunk.
But there's a company in Phoenix that makes ice cubes and sells them to bars with their logo in it.
Huh.
So you order whiskey on the rocks, say the whiskey's $10. You get charged $10 for the whiskey, $1.50 for your ice cube. Right? So bartender. It used to be that if you ordered a drink on the rocks, you got a little bit of a heavier pour, a little bit more booze,
Yeah.
and then it was just on ice.
Yeah.
And that's what that upcharge for on the rocks was, to cover that extra amount of alcohol they're pouring in your
Right, you weren't
glass.
paying
Yeah.
for the rocks.
Now you're literally paying for a fucking ice cube.
It's like, just give me your
And so
regular
I-
fucking ice, bro.
I ordered the first one, and like they put the tab down, and I looked at it, you know, just whatever, and I was just like, "What?" I'm like, "This fancy ass ice cube cost me $1.50," and they're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "How much for the ice and the fucking ice bin?" They're like, "That's free." I'm like, "I'll take that next time."
Right? Just pretty sure it does the same
But then it
thing.
blew my mind. I'm like, some company somewhere was like, "Look, I'm going to get a mold and I'm going to make you ice cubes for your bar where you have all the ice you have an ice machine, but I'm going to make you these fancy ones. And I'm going to sell them to you. And then you sell them to your customers."
now you've seen the little thing you put the chunk in and
Yeah,
it
yeah.
melts it into a perfect cube.
Yep.
Now, wouldn't it be smarter for the bar to just get one of those with their logo in it, so that when they
Well, it takes too long.
probably
Yeah.
But yeah, I was
Yeah,
just
that's
like,
fucked.
what? I was like,
I don't know. I'm
fuck.
pouring booze in it, man. Who gives
never
a
in a
fuck?
million years would I be like, yeah, I'll take $1.50 ice. Like,
Right?
So, well, like the steakhouse I like to go to and stuff, they have
except
You get a
when I'm
10-pound
overseas, I
bag
would
of
pay
ice.
for $1.50
well, no,
for an
so
ice.
they have
$1.50
fancy
though.
ice, but they have like a stamp.
Yeah.
And then it's the same thing that they make
Yeah.
that weird thermodynamic thing for that ice press.
Yeah.
You're talking, it's that, but it's a stamp. So they just
Yeah.
put the thing in there and then they stamp it. They don't charge you. I mean, it's just more expensive
No,
to
these
drink
ones,
in there
it's
anyways.
a
but-
raised logo on the ice.
That's
But,
fucking weird.
It was crazy.
The cigar bar that I've been going to and drinking at, they make a great old fashioned, but they'll default to the big ass ice ball, and they charge you like a fucking $1 for that
Yeah.
ice ball. So I always have to tell them, I'm like,
I'll just
hey,
take
look, I
regular
want the
ice.
old fashioned, but just fucking ice. I don't need that stupid ball in it. Like
Yeah.
I don't. Like I ordered an Elijah Craig old fashioned. I don't need a fucking $1 ice ball. Like
Yeah,
it's a
right.
$20 bottle of booze. Like let's fucking let's relax.
Start carrying into my own ice cup.
Right. Why
Right?
don't you just bring me the IKEA this shit? Just bring me the parts. I'll put it together.
That's something I did. I went skeet shooting
Yeah, how'd that go?
on Friday. We took second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you shooting?
Yeah.
Fuck.
You weren't there. I was shooting well.
I was gonna say, you must have had good people on your team.
Dude, actually, I was the good person. I was one of the good guys. Yeah, like I had fun though. It was a good time. We were out at the San Antonio Gun Club.
Mikey has performance anxiety.
He does.
It's just around John. It's weird. John fucks me up.
I don't even do anything. I'm just
No,
there.
He's just there. He's in the area. I don't know. I think I proved that wrong at Womack when I pulled out my pistol and actually cleared the tree, and I was like, okay, maybe I'm over my John anxiety.
Now we just got to see how you do when Scott's there.
Yeah,
Nobody shoots in front of Scott.
I've
You
never
earned
even
the
seen him
right.
shoot. I've never seen him shoot.
I actually can't.
The only time I've ever seen him shoot was when he showed me his fucking 22 out in the back behind the old fucking shop, and he's like, click.
I hit the
Isn't that
ground.
cool?
I,
I was like, yeah.
I hit the ground.
He hit
You did.
exactly what he was aiming for.
It's true. It's true. I've never seen him miss.
I've seen Scott leave the shop to go shooting. It's the closest I've seen him shoot.
Yeah, I've never seen him shoot.
That was Krispy Kreme. He didn't actually.
I'm not great with a pistol. I wish my pistol game was better.
Most long range guys aren't, from what I understand. Well, from what I understand from
What is
watching,
it? One
like,
shot, one whole group, any distance?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll stand by that. I'll bet anybody,
Yep.
any listener that I can shoot a one shot, one whole group. You name the distance. With you can pick the ammo. I don't care.
That's it.
Scott, I actually saw a video and I meant to show it to you, but it's a video of a guy who was a sniper in, I want to say it was Afghanistan, and this dude hit a 4-piece of dudes stacked up on a wall, and he was using the 50 cal.
Yes.
And literally, it's like he saw 2 dudes stacked up, and he was like, all right. And so they're giving him his windage and everything, and a third dude runs up on the wall, and he's like, oh. And then he sends the round, and he's at like, I can't remember, but he's at some crazy distance. He sends the round, and a fourth dude gets on the stack, and he drops all 4 of them. And I was like, oh, I gotta send this
What
to
a
Scott. And I
dream.
That would be
I'll
epic.
see if I can pull it up. But
Bro.
yeah, and it showed, it was censored because it was on TikTok. But you literally see like third dude run up to the stack, and then fourth dude runs up to the stack after he fires the round. And then like I was so excited, and then they blurred it, but you could see bodies hit the ground, and I was like, oh, I got so excited.
Do you send it to me? I think
I think I may have sent it to you.
he
but
might
yeah,
have sent it to me.
it was insane. He also, I believe,
put that
this
anywhere.
same sniper was one of the guys that held like the world record at one point for the longest.
Yeah.
It was the
longest
dude
shot at one
before the
time.
Canadian dude.
Yeah, but it was wild.
You didn't send it to me.
No,
Oh man.
Well, fuck you, Justin.
yeah, I'll have to
Yeah,
shoot it over
that's
to you.
awesome.
Yeah,
50 cal. Catch this highlighter real quick.
Yeah, right. Don't mind this. fucking bananas. Well, fuck, boys.
Well, I know it wasn't somebody using a Barrett.
I may have had that wrong. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know if he mentioned what he was shooting or
Yeah.
not, but
Maybe a Lapua.
yeah.
Oh, it's
No.
probably a 50 cal,
Yeah.
just not a Barrett.
Just like a
Yeah, it just
TAC
wasn't a
50 or
Barrett
something.
50 cal.
Yeah.
There's other companies that make them.
I know that you get your beef.
Yeah, well, they just weren't that accurate.
Yeah.
Like for a person target, we like capped it at 600. Like after that, you don't know.
Yeah.
It was like a 3-minute of angle gun. It wasn't that great.
What glass they have on them?
We had fucking shout out to Swarovski. I'm gonna not a sponsor, but we had Swarovski scopes on ours, and one time we cross-threaded the cap of the turret, which they shouldn't have had cap turrets to begin with, but they did. So one of my guys put the cap on and it got cross-threaded a little bit.
Yeah.
And then it got stuck. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going to grab my Leatherman and undo it. And it pulled the whole guts and mechanism out of the scope.
Jesus.
And then we had a downed rifle for a while. So not a fan of Swarovski scopes. Sorry.
Yeah.
Not sorry. Fuck you. Kind of like Gemtech. We got issued Gemtech suppressors. We had one that maybe had 100 rounds through it, and the core came unwelded and out of the suppressor.
This segment of the show is called Scott Shits on Everything.
Not everything. There's some great companies out there. Swarovski and Gemtech, not a fan.
Yeah. So who are you a fan of? As a long range guy, as a professional in the field, who are your like go-to fucking companies for, say, glass, for
the one
for
optic
suppressors, for all that?
the one optic I have is a Premier Reticle, and they sold their company to Tangent Theta. But I have had that optic for fucking 20 years now.
That's the one that Haley shot Mammoth with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent scope.
Yeah.
Excellent scope. Suppressors, I'm a big fan of the rugged suppressors.
For bolt guns, Thunder Beast.
Yeah, for bolt guns, Thunder Beast was
Thunder Beast.
great. Yeah.
So what makes a good suppressor?
Accuracy,
Yeah.
Repeatability.
repeatability. Yes.
So Thunder Beast, the way that they
Well, yeah.
Huh.
A good suppressor is subjective. When we're talking about long range guns,
Yeah.
it's repeatability.
yeah.
Okay.
If we're talking about like
For an AR-15, it's
durability.
yeah, durability.
Yeah.
It's actual sound suppression. The amount of fucking blowback that it sends back through the gun,
Or
weight,
the lack of.
the lack of weight,
Yeah.
the mounting system.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
so much that goes
Yeah.
into for a bolt gun, like especially a long range gun. Typically, it's just going to be a thread on
Yeah.
because it saves weight. You don't want a lot of weight hanging out over the end of your barrel.
Yeah.
But you want to be able to take it off and put it back on and not have it change your point of impact, change your zero.
Yeah.
And so that's what we mean by repeatability. And Thunder Beast does a lot of testing to make sure that their shit doesn't change. It doesn't move.
They were accurate. They're light.
Yep. They're
Yeah.
quiet,
Yeah.
but they're not made for high rates of fire.
Quiet is
Yeah.
something that I don't
Whereas
give a shit about.
rugged, I know that all of rugged suppressors are fully auto rated.
They're belt fed rated.
Yeah.
Not all of them anymore.
Oh, yeah?
That newest one's not belt fed rated, but it's
Fucking pussies.
fucking sick.
Oh, you're talking about the
fucking
titanium one or
6
whatever?
ounces.
That's like fucking light as
6
shit.
ounces. The
Dude, that's
lightest
like picking this up.
the lightest suppressor we have right now is 9 point something ounces.
I think my Radiant's 8 something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I picked up this one, I was like, whoa, it's light.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
That's wild.
Yeah, but-
That's wild. So I took your advice and went with rugged.
Yeah.
And that's why I have the rugged 762.
And that was a good do all suppressor.
Oh, it's great.
That's
man.
why I
It's
recommend
great,
that
dude.
one.
I put that on my fucking. Remember, we were worried when we put my my 300 blackout together, and
Yeah.
John was like, "I'm worried about it. It might not cycle right because I don't have an adjustable gas block." I've had no issues with that thing. Like I've put fucking probably 50 rounds through it already through that blackout, and it is fucking cycled perfectly every time. And this is with bullshit 300 blackout fucking ammo. This is nothing fucking
Well,
fancy.
suppressors will actually help your rifle cycle.
Yeah,
Especially blackout.
Yeah.
It adds back pressure.
yeah. But remember, we were worried about having fucking issues with that.
Well, no.
And I've had no problems.
It had nothing to do with the can. It was because it was a 300 blackout.
Right. Well, true.
That was it. That's all it comes
True,
down to.
but and then I put it on my Scar, and I've had no problems with it. Like that's been fucking perfect. So I'm a big fan of it, and to the point that I bought 2 other rugged suppressors. I mean, I'm currently fucking playing the waiting game
Yeah.
but I bought their Rimfire 1 and their fucking 5.56.
I just zip tie a
One.
pillow to the end of my rifle.
Totally, dude.
It works.
Potato. I heard a potato works.
Once.
Milk jug.
Have I ever told you guys the story about
Haven't you watched Marky Mark?
Yeah.
You just put a water bottle full of sand on the end
That's
of it,
it.
and it's fine.
Have I ever told you the story about my buddy whose wife shot at him with a potato on his gun?
The gun blow up?
Holy fuck, I can't believe I haven't told the story. All right. So,
No shit.
no shit, I wasn't there because fuck that. But here's a fucking banana story for you. All right. This is one of the craziest fucking stories that I was ever privy to. So, this dude named Steve, that was his first name. Unfortunately, he's no longer with us. Unrelated to this story.
Oh, I was going to say.
Unrelated to this story, he's no longer with us. But he was a good dude, and I served with him in more than one unit. We were at Schools Battalion together as instructors, and then later in the fleet at 3rd Tracks. Great fucking guy. He had met this fucking Oceanside queen, this little princess out in Oceanside, and he had fucking hooked up with her. They get married, had a baby, all this. One day, he's hanging out by the Oceanside Pier in Oceanside, California, and out of nowhere, some big thug dude runs up and stabs him in the fucking neck. So Steve, being the guy he was, holds his fucking neck, starts looking around. Happened to be a bar fight at a bar just about a block away, and there was an ambulance there. So he fucking books it to the ambulance, right? He's with his wife. She's freaking the fuck out because her husband just got stabbed. He books it to the ambulance. They fucking save his life. Everything's all good. The fucking tip of the blade breaks off into his spine, severed his fucking jugular a little bit. It was fucking bad, right? But he made it. And he was like, it was fucking crazy. And he was telling us the story. We're like, that's fucking wild, man. I was like, dude, who did it? He's like, some big black dude. He's like, I don't know. He was just fucking some big
So
thug.
he got
Just
stabbed
fucking-
with some home shopping network knife that broke off.
Essentially. Yeah.
What a way to go.
Right? So he's like, I don't know what the fuck happened. It was weird. So I was like, all right. Well, then he kept getting sick. He was sick. He was always sick. He was always sick. And he was like, what the fuck, man? He goes, sick call. They got nothing. And he's like, fuck, man. And one night he's laying on his bed. He lived in base housing in Camp Pendleton. He's laying on his couch. He's laying on his couch downstairs trying to take a nap because he doesn't feel good. He's been sick for fucking weeks. And somebody in a blue and red jacket comes in with a potato on a fucking revolver, takes a shot at him, misses him, hits the pillow he's sleeping on. He wakes up, he just sees the jacket run out the door, and he's like, what the fuck? First reaction, my kid's upstairs. He runs upstairs, his daughter's there. Or he runs upstairs to check on his daughter's gone. And he's like, what the fuck? Goes to run downstairs to grab the phone. His phone was downstairs to call the police. And his wife walks in the door with his kid, wearing a blue and red jacket. And he's like, what the fuck's going on? She's like, we're fucking leaving. We can't handle you anymore. Blah, 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 blah. We're fucking leaving. So she and her friend get in this car and fucking start booking it towards fucking God knows where. So Steve puts his fucking head together and he's like, all right, I remember. He's like, she was wearing the same fucking jacket. He puts 2 and 2 together, calls the MPs, right? They fucking pick them up on their way towards Arizona out of San Diego, right? They pick them up. In the car, they find the gun with the potato fucking remnants still on it. They find a knife with a fucking tip broken off. And they find all the ingredients to make ricin, which is why he was fucking sick. His wife was trying to off him for the fucking SGLI money, right? To make matters worse, her friend that she was with was a lesbian chick that happened to be our Sergeant Major's daughter, who was a big, butch, black chick who had stabbed him in the fucking neck. Fucking crazy as fuck, man.
And see, this just goes back to you don't fuck the command line's daughter.
Don't touch
You're gonna
it.
add some stuff to your book or what?
Oh my god, I need a pen.
So after all this shit, he gets fucking electrocuted working lines after he gets out and he dies. So it sucked.
At least
but
it was on his own terms.
it was on his own thing. Yeah, but good fucking dude. RIP to a real one. But you couldn't fucking kill that guy until electricity was involved, I guess. But fuck, man. like it was one of the craziest fucking stories. And I was just like, we were all like, because we knew him. Like, we were all like privy to this shit. I was the Sergeant Major's color sergeant. Like I had met his family and I was always like, all right, like he'd married a Samoan chick and they were all fucking beefy, right? Like, so they were just, ugh. And this dude, I think I told you about him. He was the dude who used to run around wearing a gas mask and a flak jacket and would run fucking every morning and was just happy all the time. He's a great fucking guy, great Sergeant Major. And I fucking loved him. He was a great leader and I fucking learned a lot from him. He was a good dude, but he was banana sandwich when it came to fucking PT. Like the dude, every morning, flak jacket, gas mask.
Every Samoan.
and
around.
raising his daughter, apparently.
And this dude, he wasn't Samoan. This dude was just black. His wife was Samoan. Because his wife was fucking big. We were all like, Sergeant Major's wife looks like she could beat the shit out of all of us. Holy fuck, man.
Yeah, but
like,
what you don't know is those two did pugil sticks before they fucked.
Yeah,
Every
fucking A,
time.
dude.
Like just
oh, dude.
That's to determine who's on top.
It was like, dude, they probably had like an announcer, like Miles Lane came into their bedroom and was like, "Are you not entertained?"
Yeah.
And like wild shit.
Buffer just came out and was like, "Are you ready to struggle snuggle?" And then they just
fucking crazy ass shit. And weirdly enough, nobody went to jail for fucking murder or for attempted murder, or they did, but they're all out now, from what I understand.
And on
So-
Tinder. So
Right swipe away, kids, or whatever. Is it right swiping? Is right yes and left no?
never downloaded it.
I don't fucking know.
John?
You would think it'd be up and down, so there would be no mistakes.
No, that's how you like pick the next one. Is it left for good, right for bad?
No,
Or-
the other way.
It's right. Right is wanna bang. Left is
Left is no,
Yeah.
and right is yes.
what they need to have is a circle for like if I can't find a right.
Is there a save for later
Yeah,
option?
let me circle back. That's what I'm saying. Just like a circle back
Jazz and I, we actually came up with an app idea like that once. Do you remember that?
for one-legged people.
Soulmates.
Yeah.
Yeah. Only soul like as in shoe soles.
It
was for-
both buy a pair of shoes.
It was
Yeah.
for amputees
It was for
who would buy
amputees.
fucking left or right, and you'd be like, "Oh, I like those."
So the-
shit, yeah.
The biggest
So it
That was
wasn't
Jazz
for
and I's
dating.
idea.
It wasn't for dating. It was just like I'm a 9.5. You're a 9.5. I'm a
Okay.
right. You're a left. That's a match. And now we can go fucking shoe shopping.
Now we don't have to buy a whole fucking set of shoes for one foot. They call it Soulmates, SOUL.
What are they?
SOLE.
Or SOLE.
Yeah, I was like,
I spelled soul right. That's weird. Like, yeah. No, that was Jazz and I had we probably had this conversation over coffee and cigarettes. Fucking
4 years ago. Yeah.
I need more tequila.
Soulmates. On that note, go fucking do something better than listening to us. So this is fucking
yeah, go fucking
Oh.
clap some alien cheeks or shoot down some North Korean space balloons.
Goddamn right. Shout out to everybody that commented sock shoe after last week's debate. Jazz, you weren't here. We went for like 45 minutes, an hour, and at the end I was like, you know what? If you're here this long, comment sock shoe.
You know what's
We actually have a pretty good retention rate, boys.
you know what's funny is I
our
saw
dynamic listenership is fucking real.
that makes more sense now because I've been seeing all this fucking just sock shoe
Dude, I was
shit,
here.
and I'm like,
I was here and I'm like, why the fuck
is this?
Like, I don't know.
To be fair, we were already like 3 drinks in by the time we said that shit. Like,
And then I think I got an idea for the debate tonight, boys.
can I get that
That's
whiskey?
good. That's
Yeah.
good.
that's my whiskey. What the fuck are you doing?
I'm gonna need it.
That's
I'm gonna need it. Pretty
See,
sure. Actually, I brought this.
I don't give a shit. Manifest destiny, bitch.
Possessions 9/10.
I like John's reaction. He was like, "Oh shit!" Here,
Yeah, fuck, I don't
it's been claimed.
You claim it, you must drink it.
Yeah, come on,
Yeah,
Bruce
right.
Buffer.
Let's get ready to stumble. Fucking-
All right, fucking. There's some sponsors. Go fucking. What? Hey, you know what? I'm gonna shout our boy Kibby out.
Yeah.
So TJ got sponsored by Throttle Addict,
Oh, good
which
for
is
him.
a like Motorhead apparel company or whatever. And he's got his own code.
Yeah.
So if you go over there and use whale,
Whale.
WHALE over at fucking Throttle Addict, you get 15% off, and then Kibby gets fucking 15% of whatever the fuck you buy.
Nice.
Fucking A.
So and they sell like t-shirts and beanies and hats and shit. So
Oh, hell yeah.
it's just
Go buy a
apparel stuff.
beanie or
But,
something and hook up
go,
our boy.
Go fucking hook up
And I will tell you,
our favorite ginger.
if it was not for Kibby, I don't know if we could have continued this show.
I think he single-handedly got us off the ground.
He has been the number one supporter.
It's not even close.
Aside from you, Scotty, financially,
Right. Sponsor-wise, it's actually Warfighter Tobacco,
Kibby.
TJ Kibby,
Like-
and then everything else. But yeah, we're talking
like,
couple of months in.
yeah,
I think it was
like,
right after we launched the Patreon.
he was like one of the first Patreon supporters. He's since pushed it up when everybody fell off. Like
He's
he put-
pushed the limit, and
like,
it's
he's always been there and been a
yeah.
fucking G from the jump, man. So
yeah. So the fact that now he's got the sponsorship with this apparel company, it's the only reason I'm shouting it out. Is this
Fucking
guy
A,
has
dude.
supported this show from like the rip, and I don't
Yeah.
mean he always downloads and stuff. I mean like with
like actual
Ducats.
folding money.
Like, yeah.
like he's put his money into
Twisted
it, into the
Tea
show.
days.
Like our first band video days. Yeah. Travels in to hang out with us multiple times a year and stuff like that. He's the real deal. So, but over at it's Throttle Addict, and it's spelled with a K because it's got to be edgy.
It's gonna be edgy and cool.
But they've
So,
got T-shirts and stuff like that. But if you use the code,
KROTTLE.
yeah, exactly. That's it.
You spell throttle with a K.
No, it's like ADDIKT, I think, or whatever. But they sell T-shirts and shit. So
Go
use
buy
the
a
code
beanie or
whale.
something. Use whale.
Use a whale. Get a discount. He gets a little piece of it.
Fucking A.
Go fucking make him look good. But I'm happy for him. All of his fucking TikTok fame is finally doing something for him.
Good for him, dude.
Yeah.
Good for him. He's a
What's
good
his
guy.
TikTok?
Bearded Kiwi.
There you
Yeah, the
go.
bearded Kiwi, and he's got like a fucking 100,000 followers or
He's
some
got
shit.
more
He's
now,
actually-
goddammit.
Yeah, go fucking
Yeah.
follow him on TikToks and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah,
To be honest with you, a lot of our TikTok crowd, I believe, came from Kibby.
straight
Because
up.
almost every one of his videos, he
It says
tags us.
hashtag Freedom Friends, and we're
Hashtag
tagged
Freedom Friends,
in it.
hashtag redacted supply. Fucking like he fucking has always shown love to us.
Yeah,
So.
suck it, China.
I'm gonna raise my
That's
glass.
the only thing I use TikTok for. I open my TikTok app and I talk shit to China. Fuck you, China.
Cheers, boys. Thanks for being
You know,
my
there's
freedom
like some
friend.
8-year-old Chinese kid's like, this guy really hates us.
I'll give you my address. I know you already know it, but the invitation's open.
There's some sweatshop
damn.
that's got Scott's picture in the back. That's just like this man.
We're
no
doing
shit,
it for
this
him.
man.
We're doing it for him. Fucking crazy.
Like neither one of us could do the accent. Like it was.
No.
That's what I'm laughing.
That's a good thing.
That's because Chinese accent is, especially in China, it's not an accent. It's a whole language. They don't even use English. It's its own thing. You can't really do an accent.
Holy shit! All right. Anyways,
Yeah, I'm not gonna
fucking-
explain regions to you right now. So, all right.
No, it's just that I like. There's 17 jokes just went through
I
my
know,
brain, and I'm like,
just all of them.
nope.
And
But,
none
like,
of them are okay.
Look, I appreciate the T-ball stance that you just put that ball on, but no, I'm good.
Yeah, could have Babe Ruth that one over the
Yeah.
fucking wall. Good God. Like, share, subscribe, smash those buttons. Tell your mom.
Tell your friends.
Tell your fucking mom's friends. Them bitches need to know. It's a fucking super mediocre show out here. It's
And
called
that
Freedom
women
Friends.
deserve less. Scott's gonna release a book pretty soon.
I already have the title.
Oh, God damn it. Yeah. 3 little things, kids. They're not hard to do. They're pretty easy. Jazz, hit him with the first one.
Smoke on.
John,
Drink on.
God damn it. Freedom the fuck on. Later.